Getting nerds, we are playing Hearts of Iron 4. I could have sworn I had something I wanted to work on, but I didn't. Or at least I currently don't. It is time for our advance in the Soviet Union to recommence. This was a little bit of a gamble, giving them some time to regroup, so I'm hoping it pays off. Let's get going. Seeing green on all fronts, I'm pretty happy to see that. And this army is going to be added to the main force. I'm just going to deploy these units in Kyiv for the moment to put them under the command of Hauser. Everyone wants me in the war with Norway, but I'm not ready to be in the war with Norway yet, because I don't have units in position. I'll continue to avoid that. I got dockyards available, so we'll once again do an increase in work on these cruisers here. It's going to help us a lot in the future. Cipher School, and that's the rest of the basic cryptology upgrades, so we'll go ahead with the other department upgrades. We got a bunch of units moving through Estonia, Finland, and Sweden for our advance over here. So we'll continue to work on our supply situation. We have a very difficult supply network in the Soviet Union, as you have guessed. And it is at this point that this army advancing on Stalingrad is going to start running into serious supply problems. We're going to go ahead and... Are these units strategically redeploying? No, they're not. You need to take a train, y'all. Take a train. Take a train all the way to Slovenia. Perfect. That's our first set of cruisers finished. Swedish operative captured. Wonderful. Angetreten. And this army is going to deploy down here. And this army is going to deploy down here. And it's going to be their job to take hold of the Caucasus, including Baku, the precious Soviet oil fields. Angetreten. We'll get them into position. And we'll go ahead and hit the go button. And hopefully they'll be able to come in here from the east and crack open the Crimea. Sorry. Could be doing better. Western Steppe Air Zone is live at this point. But we don't need planes in Novgorod anymore. So let's go ahead and get these units deployed to Kharkov. But they don't have the reach. We'll go ahead and deploy them to Rostov. And we'll just go ahead and build up this air base here. Just as fast as we can. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but we'll try. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. Units are still... Okay, units are in place here. So, more naval stuff. And... they want us in the war. And this army is going to get advancing into Norway. We'll go go ahead and finish out our air doctrine here. Since we're maxed out on points, and we'll just go ahead and grab these. I'm not going to do a lot of strategic bombing, but it is what it is. Dockyards are continuing to be available. Let's go ahead and finish out these cruisers in short order. Supply situation continues to be really rough, but they should be better soon once we've got a hold of that supply zone. The department will do civilian next. So where are we with this? Took another 50k casualties since the last time we checked. Inflicted another... Closing in on a... Were we at almost 2 million before? I think we were at about 1 million before. So our kill death has increased significantly. But the Soviet Union continues to stubbornly hold on. They're 65% towards capitulation, and we need to get a lot farther than that. So... let's get started with ship upgrades. Beginning with the heavy ships, because I want to be able to get a proper heavy fleet into deployment pretty soon. As soon as I can, really. We're still not building up new... Oh! China is rebelling against the Japanese shogunate. That's wild. Got a slot open here. Let's go for the... Yeah, let's get working on the upgraded naval stuff. Gotta really get moving forward with that. The Manchurian War for Independence. Following a period of internal power struggles between the Japanese administrators and the government of Aisen Gyoro Puyi, the fight for supremacy in Manchuria has finally reached a boiling point. Reportedly, the confrontation was set off by an incident in the imperial household, in which a Japanese general supposedly insulted the Emperor of Manchukuo by demanding that he bow. Outraged, Aisen Gyoro Puyi replied that the Son of Heaven does not bow, and struck the general with his cane before ordering his military to remove all Japanese soldiers from Chinese soil immediately. The dragon strikes the sun? I know there's a bark at one point in the game that, and I'm kind of parodying that when I say this. The situation in Manchuria seems too complicated for an outsider to understand. I think it's about Mexico that bark is actually about. Alright, so there's the upgraded aircraft, and what that is going to do for us is allow us to get starting on another naval thing, and in the meantime, we will continue to build up our air forces by making us a new airplane. So, gonna go with the engine 3. Gonna go with just every heavy machine gun. Electronics, we're gonna get high-level radio navigation. We're gonna get drop tanks and extra fuel tanks will significantly reduce our... Oh, we've actually got tons of rubber. Let's get self-sealing fuel tanks. And instead of radio navigation, we'll get extra fuel tanks as well. So overall, we'll have pretty good air defense, and then we'll have just absolutely ridiculous range. That'll be great. Weight exceeds thrust. Alright, so we'll cut some machine guns. And that should be enough. We'll have only 10 machine guns instead of 12. But it'll be worth. Agility is only alright, but, you know, it is what it is. Yes, we do want these to be Mr. Schmitz. Land. Oh. Just gonna call this the F-40. I think I made an error earlier with my air situation. No, I got an F-39 there. Alright, cool. Go ahead and get this unpaused. I feel like these units are not advancing as aggressively as I was hoping they would. Of course, a bunch of folks are defending this front. That is just fine with me. Okay, grabbing Trondheim. That is what we want. So how goes the advance of the Soviet Union? Wow, we're actually going really far, really fast. Let's go ahead and get this situation worked out. Actually, go ahead and get this paused here, because really what we need is for this army to disentangle itself completely in this zone, so that my we'll give this unit a new order to simply advance that way. And then this new army here, cut back over there, and continue your advance southwards. And again, the plan is to pincer Crimea eventually. Oh! Mexico has fallen. This is exciting. So, we've triggered another peace conference. I'm going to go ahead and grab all of the Baltic states that I want. And continue to grab those. All these others will grab Bulgaria. I don't think I have the capacity to... No, USA, you cannot have Riga. I want Riga. I'm just going to keep hitting this button until the USA fails, because the USA does not deserve to have Riga. There we go. Alright. That should be everything. And I'll grab some boats. Perfect. So now I'm the legal owner of this territory. Let's go ahead and grab those. Hooray! I got I got myself half a dozen ships. Alright, so this coastal defense ship is going to go in the strike force, and these 4 ships, we're just going to put them in our... we'll split them in half, and we'll put them in our convoy escort fleets. El Salvador joins the Axis, and Peru, and the Dominican Republic, and Venezuela. Huh, that's wild. I seem to have spread the war to the American continent without even trying. Hold up. Hang on, am I crazy? Did I just read that wrong? Wait. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe Mexico declared war on a bunch of places, and I don't know. Anyway, let's not worry about it. We got a war to do in the Soviet Union. We are actually pressing forward here remarkably quickly. Let's continue to move. And that's Norway. Very good. I'm going to give the Estonian Latvian League access to as much of just Because they're the ones who declared this war, and I'm comfortable with them having this territory. Can I give them my... Okay. Not sure what to do with this. Pass for now. Okay, so they're taking that territory. Continue to pass. Pass once again. Pass. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead and give them this last territory. Some demands. And then they took the fleet, which is fine with me. So we'll go ahead and confirm exit. Give them all that territory. I'm just going to queue this one unit to go ahead and grab all this territory back, and then this army as a whole can just go ahead and sit tight as we get going here. This is just sinking convoys. So, what's the next order of business from a naval perspective? I think it's going to be... Well, we don't have the capacity to build more... naval... more up-to-date naval ships for the moment. But we do have some fleets we can fill out that are a little short on what they need. Although we do have some fleets back repairing, so... not sure. But let's go ahead and just do a short round of destroyers to get the... yeah, this is the one that I designed. To get a good set of... to get a good supply of destroyers built up in our escort and recon forces, and our strike force, frankly. Alright, so I'm going to add 10 to our strike force. That's going to give us a nice healthy screen. For the others, we'll just do 3 per force. We'll queue 10 dockyards into our main destroyer buildup, and we'll queue 3 into the others, and that'll get those done all at about the same time as one another. And that should be about enough time for us to have our other stuff built up. Alright. Isolated. The fall of Stalingrad. Advancing German spearheads have seized Stalingrad, Stalin's namesake city on the banks of the Volga. After fighting their way through the ruined Stalingrad tractor factory and seizing the strategically vital Mamayev-Kurgan Heights, the Germans have forced the last Soviet defenders across the Volga to its eastern shore. According to unconfirmed reports, holdouts from the Red Army fighting together with partisans retreated into sewers and basements to continue their struggle. No significant organized resistance is believed to remain, however. Another victory for the father. That is really good for the supply in this general zone. So, the Spanish Empire seeks to join the Axis. Our plight to overturn the current world order has not escaped the notice of like-minded nations. The Imperial Spanish recognize that their best chance to carve out a prosperous future for themselves is to align with us in the coming conflict, and they therefore offer to formally join us against our enemies. The world belongs to all those who are strong. This is they join. We're better off without them. This is they don't. I'm going to bring them in. We're definitely about that life. Spanish Empire joins the Axis. We're stronger together. Supplies really rough in the north here. Maximus Portugal joined the Commonwealth of Nations. Aw, heck. That's another front in this war that I need to see to. So let's get it. I don't know to what extent this is going to be a front, but we'll find out. Portugal can be pretty strong. Portugal is our enemy. That should not stop anyone. Let's see if we can punch through here. It looks like we will. Okay, these units to Novorossiysk. Oh my gosh, Sevastopol is technically the capital of the Soviet Union right now. That's bananas.
Ausrücken!
There's another naval effort. Let's continue to expand our dockyard facilities. There's getting Novorossiysk. If we can at the same time grab this spot here and sneak into Kersh, we'll be able to have those enemy units encircled and get them destroyed, and that's going to be extremely, extremely useful in terms of our path to Sevastopol. As those units destroyed, these ones are in the process of being capitulated. Push this way, because I need to get a front established over here before things get ridiculous. We are having success. Here. See, this is a thing that happens a bunch, where units will just, I don't know what it is about this general area of operations. Yeah, they can't figure out how to make it work. Ah, the Kingdom of Denmark declared war on the Norsk National Regierreich. And we can invite and now they want to join the faction. From just John Mayen. It's Jan Mayen. Anyway, I'm not dealing with that. That's some nonsense and that nobody asked for, and I don't need it. Advance should be possible at this point.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Ausrücken. Angetreten. Angetreten.
These units should be properly supplied now. Sevastopol is ours. The fall of Sevastopol. The heavily fortified city of Sevastopol, base of the Soviet Black Sea Fleet, has finally succumbed to German attacks. Its loss will severely hamper any Soviet attempt to contest the Black Sea, and the fall of the city is regarded as a significant German victory. An edict has already been issued from Berlin stating that the city shall henceforth be known as Theodorichshafen after Theodoric the Great. Another victory for the fatherland. With these units advancing here, and then we'll get the rest of this army on its way back over this way. supply here is really rough. Astrakhan. Astrakhan is what we need
Angetreten.
in order to make all of the advances here happen.
Bereit.
It's an absolutely terrible attack, but it's got to get done, so we'll do it. Alright, now this army can finally... Actually...
Achtung.
when the green army is going to
Befehle.
control that whole zone, the blue army is going to be this one. And again, once we've got a hold of Astrakhan, so that means supply. In this whole area, we'll have supply, and it'll be great. The next supply hubs are here, so we'll get these units just continuing to press forward with an absolutely terrible supply situation. And that's going to be what it is for the moment. We need another spy. Look at this guy. Marlon Rambo. Andrei Vlasov falls ill. Well, it's not like he did much anyway. We actually made our goals over here mostly in east, except for in this general area where we're having a massive supply problem due to there not being any freaking supply hubs. There's one here. So, where is the state of our war effort with the Soviet Union? We're close. I think I'm going to press forward and try to get them capitulated this episode. So yeah, we've got our mobile army continuing to press forward all the way to the Urals.
Angetreten.
This army will be able to continue advancing here. Got access to a trait. We'll go with Scavenger. I'm not even going to look at my logistics. Don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. I don't want to know, Doc. Don't tell me how bad it is. Give me the good news. There's none?
Achtung.
Then just shut up. Alright. Blue army over here. We can continue to advance into, I want to say this is Kazakhstan general area.
Angetreten.
We don't need this earlier order. We'll go ahead and set the go button for all of these armies up here. Some of them still have traits that you can access to. Let's get Fortress Buster for Kessel Rain. That's off. We'll give you Infantry Expert. Very good. It's looking good overall.
Achtung.
Cross off. Commence. Alright, and there's our medium bomber researched. We'll continue to press forward with our naval research. We do have some research bonuses now, so let's go ahead and get working on a cruiser. And let's go ahead and design ourselves a tactical bomber. So the HE-111 is a 2-bomb bay bomber. And I think we're going to follow the same pattern. We'll only go for this one, so let's just go with agility or ground attack. With agility and air defense. Again, I'm not a big fan of strategic bombing. Tactical bombers. So, we'll go with 2 engine 3s. Medium bomb bay, medium bomb bay. You can only do 2 of those, that's fine with me. Electronics, we're going to go with radio navigation and bomb sights. Special modules. I am really tempted to go with extra fuel tanks and self-sealing fuel tanks. I think I'm going to do it. And then for defense turrets, we'll do paired heavy machine gun turrets to get us some pretty solid air defense. I think that gives us air defense, right? Yes, it does. Alright, and this will be our medium bomber 40. Pretty respectable overall. Don't love this image. Let's go ahead and... This one seems pretty solid. Place this piece. Get that going. I've completely neglected the air situation. I have no air bases that matter in this situation here, so let's go ahead and build some. Build an air base here, build an air base here, build an air base here. Those should get done in relatively short order. And then hopefully the air situation will be less intolerable. I'm going to get a few of these units here deployed to the Kuban region. And these ones... Gosh, we're just going to have to do our best with this. These ones in the Caucasus. We'll put these ones in Spain. Ah, our units finally deployed it. Wonderful. Hopefully that'll sort itself out in pretty short order. Again, Baku is a major goal for us because that is where a lot of the Soviet oil is coming out of, and we absolutely need that oil. India declared war on the Indian People's Republic. Well, that is absolutely wild. Indian People's Republic, no faction, communist with 4% communist support. Well, that's wild. Good luck with that, India. King Carol abdicates. Pressured by powerful elements in his government, King Carol II of Romania saw no choice but to announce and sign his abdication. His successor is King Michael, but many of the dictatorial powers obtained by Carol have been vested back into the government, and so it is unlikely the young king will be able to wield similar power as his predecessor. Following his abdication, Carol appears to have emptied his expansive bank accounts and has fled into exile, taking up residence in one of Mexico City's more expensive neighborhoods with his mistress, Magda Lupescu. How is the war going? It's getting there. 90% of the way. And Maximus Portugal is capitulating. Wonderful. So, with that having been said, though, the Soviet Union is the only great power in their faction, which means I'm actually inclined to put a cut in here. Also kind of over the amount of time that we want to be at. Let's get building some more mechanized equipment. I'm going to build 5 railway guns. That should be plenty of railway guns. We'll go ahead and design us a medium tank division. So these are all going to be medium. These ones are all going to be medium. And these are all going to be mechanized. So, we're going to add field hospitals, we're going to add logistics, we're going to lose the artillery and get maintenance companies. And that's going to be our medium tank division. And how many tanks do these take? These take 300 tanks. How many tanks have we got in the pot? 1,200. So we'll go ahead and get 4 of these medium tank divisions into training right away. This is going to allow us to get that moving forward without a problem. Let's continue to research naval upgrades. Actually, no, not to improve naval better, because what we need right now is better fire control. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and queue in another batch of factories into mechanized equipment, and finally I'm going to check my logistics. You know, I see a lot of red here, but this number is making me feel really, really good. We're doing super duper good on infantry equipment as our press into the Soviet Union continues. I'm feeling actually quite pleased with the overall situation. So I think at this point, I'm going to put a pin in the episode, and next time, we'll put a pin in the Soviet Union. For now, though, I've had a good time. I hope you all have had a good time, and I will see you all on the other side.